All right, the New York Knicks have lost 2 in a row, and now Knicks fans are panicking that the season is over already. Now, I'm not panicking, and I'm going to explain exactly why you shouldn't. In the first 4 games of the season, the Knicks started off the season 2-0. Vibes are high, beating the Cavs, beating the Celtics at home. The Knicks go on the road, lose to Miami, lose to Milwaukee. Now we're 2-2. There's some things I got to break down in this video that are definitely some concerning things that we need to see improve with this New York Knicks basketball team moving forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section, Knicks fans, of last night's loss to the Milwaukee Bucks and the overall state of these New York Knicks. We're going to be breaking down everything you need to know about this Knicks basketball team in this video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, and again, feel free to comment your thoughts. Let's get straight into it. Now, the first thing we have to talk about is the elephant in the room. There's one specific player that is just not playing good basketball, and that's Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, the big thing about Cat that we have to add here is he is dealing with a quad injury. Now, after the first game against the Cavs, when he said he has a grade 2 strain, and he said he didn't want to disappoint the fans, and he's playing through it. Right away, I'm like, just rest, Cat. I mean, we don't want you out there if you're not 100%. I don't know if that is an excuse or this is just Karl-Anthony Towns not really feeling comfortable in the system. You're seeing him not even featured in the offense early on, and then when he is featured, the Bucks knew exactly how to shut him down with physicality. I mean, you're going to let Kyle Kuzma go up there and allow you to just score 8 points? That's not going to cut it, man. This is back-to-back games where Jalen Brunson puts up 36 in this game, 37 in the game against the Heat, but there's not really a lot of help around him. And the Knicks basically just fell apart late in the fourth quarter. They had a fantastic second quarter, scoring 45 points in the second quarter, but they matched that with 20 points in the third quarter and 20 points in the fourth quarter and let the Bucks come back and then basically take over the game in the final 5 minutes of action. But I'm not putting this entire game on Karl-Anthony Towns, but you look at this entire basketball team and you look at who is supposed to be the number 2 option next to Jalen Brunson from a scoring perspective, it's Cat. This is the least amount of points he scored as a Knick, the least amount of points he scored from last year to this point. That's a little bit concerning in my opinion. You're seeing this offense right now not really utilizing him early on, and even the announcers on, NBC, I was watching it on, they were just confused. Like, why is Cat not even shooting the ball? Pretty sure he had 1 shot at the half. That can't happen. I know that we have a lot of players now that can put the ball on the floor and create shots and all that, and Mikal Bridges is looking more aggressive that I actually like. OG's shooting a little bit too many threes for my liking, but Cat needs to get the ball and get some shots up, I mean, early on in this game in order to get him in rhythm. And there was a press conference that, Cat had before the season started, and they asked him, what's your role going to be in this new Mike Brown system? And he said, I don't know. And that was a little concerning, a little alarming. Like, what do you mean you don't know? Are you just not telling us? Or you simply have no idea what your role is? Like, that right there is a little bit, okay, Mike Brown is installing his new philosophy, which is reading the basketball, playing off of each other, and just kind of just playing free. And I think that when you're playing free, where there's not a lot of structure, then you're going to let guys be on an island and let them just get iced out. And I feel like that's happening right now early on in the season. And I think that, early on in basketball seasons is the time for teams to kind of figure each other out, especially with this new team that has a brand new coach. A lot of the same players are on this team, of course, but we do have a new coach in Mike Brown. And I feel like there's some Knicks fans that are panicking, but I'm definitely not panicking. I want to remind everybody the Knicks started the season last year 6-6. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. You can't really evaluate teams in October and November, in my opinion. What it really matters is January, February, specifically March, April is what it really matters the most. And I think the big problem with this season for the Knicks is the expectations have never been higher. I mean, championship or bust, it's like that's what it feels like. And when you're not 4-0 or 3-1, people are going to be concerned, especially when you lose to 2 teams in the Eastern Conference that you feel like that we should be better than on the road. One thing I will add, it's no excuse, but I definitely want to add some context. The Knicks are 2-0 with Deuce McBride in the lineup. Deuce McBride is a very big key to this basketball team. He's been out due to personal reasons. I hope he's okay. I'm not sure what exactly the reason that Deuce McBride has not been playing in these last 2 games, but Deuce is a huge piece to this basketball team, and without his, defense and three-point shooting off the bench, you're seeing that. I mean, shout out to Jordan Clarkson. He had a good game off the bench, and a big shout out to Landry Shamet, who started last night, who looked actually really, really good. Landry Shamet had 16 points and 5 3-pointers, and I like his energy. Shout out to Shamet because we need somebody to step in, the replacement of Deuce McBride, and that was Landry Shamet. And one thing I will add, too, about Mike Brown, he's not really comfortable with the starting five. I mean, how many different starting five lineups have we had? We have Huck Porty starting, Deuce McBride starting, now Landry Shamet starting. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson is still injured, and last night, you can tell this Knicks team desperately misses Mitchell Robinson as well. Again, that's no excuse. We want this basketball team to be able to win basketball games even without Mitch until he gets healthy. But at the end of the day, this Knicks team is not complete yet, and it's up to the bench unit to really step up in their places. OG Anunoby was 3 of 11 last night and shot 6 3-pointers, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. The 3-point shots are just not falling. You saw the Knicks put up like 54 or 56 threes, which was tied for a franchise high against the Heat. Did not hit a lot of them. Same thing happened last night. They did not shoot as many, but the 3-pointers are just not falling for the Knicks early on in the season. Jalen Brunson, 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. OG, 1 for 6. Cat was 0 for 3. The only people that were efficient from beyond the arc was Bridges, 3 of 7 from beyond the arc, and Shamet, 4 of 9, and then Clarkson, 2 of 3. I did like Tyler Kolek's minutes. Josh Hart had a very, in my opinion, not a productive game off the bench. He had a absolutely terrible plus-minus, a minus 18 for Josh Hart. I think that his impact is, I mean, he's probably one of those players that every Knicks fan just has so much to say in a negative light about Josh Hart. And, you know, with his back spasms and him having a finger issue, I mean, he's got to be able to impact this game. And only getting 4 rebounds, the bread and butter of the New York Knicks is rebounding and pushing the ball in transition, and they were simply not able to do their brand of basketball in that game. They only shot 42% as a team collectively, and I just feel like when you're the Knicks and you're not playing your brand of basketball, you're going to let teams like the Bucks beat you. They only had 18 points off the bench. They only had 9 fast break points, only 42 points in the paint. The Bucks basically beat the Knicks in every single category. They had more blocks, protected the rim very well. The Knicks don't have rim protection without Mitchell Robinson. I mean, Huck Porty, he's a solid, quality young guy, but like he does not even close have the ability to protect the rim like I'm used to seeing with Mitchell Robinson. Does not have the ability to get the second chance opportunities like I'm used to seeing with Mitchell Robinson. And of course, without, you know, Cat at 100% and even Karl-Anthony Towns' strengths, is not defense. So there's a lot of things that the Knicks are going to have to figure out a way to really adjust this team and figure out a way to get this team back locked and loaded, because at the end of the day, you know, this is a long season, and I feel like, you know, you look at the Milwaukee Bucks and what Giannis Antetokounmpo was able to do, like that's a superstar, bro. Absolute superstar. And I give Brunson a lot of credit. There was a lot of concern with him last night with that potential injury where he stretched out his groin and then he looked like he injured his knee, but he finished off the game okay. Hopefully he's going to be good to go for the next game. But you know, you got to give Jalen Brunson a lot of credit. He's still playing like the star that we know that he is. And it's just beyond frustrating that the Knicks collapsed late in the fourth quarter, because this was a basketball game that was back and forth. Bucks going to run, Knicks going to run. I'm not concerned yet. I think we got to see like the first, like I said in the previous video, 20 to 25 games before I really start sounding the alarms, because I'm seeing, you know, this Knicks fan base, we're so passionate. When we're winning, we're on top of the world. We're better than everybody else. And when we have a little bit of a sign of adversity, just like everything is falling apart and we're just bad. I mean, I'm just not that way. You got to stay even keeled. This Knicks team is talented. They are learning on the fly to how to deal with this new coaching staff, this new regime. And let's be honest and keep it a buck here. Leon Rose made that big decision of moving on from Tom Thibodeau. And now Mike Brown, there's so much pressure on Mike Brown right now. You're filling in for a coach that brought the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. All the pressure is on Mike Brown to figure this out right now, early on in this season, and to really be a top 3 seed and to go on a deep, deep playoff run. So that's really my thoughts about everything you need to know about these New York Knicks after their loss to the Milwaukee Bucks last night, Please feel free to let me know your thoughts, guys. Where are you concerned with this Knicks basketball team? The Knicks are taking on the Chicago Bulls for their next game on Friday, and then they're facing them off again, the Chicago Bulls, on Sunday at home. So you got some, games that are winnable, even though the Bulls are playing really good ball. They're 3-0 to start off the season. And then you got the Wizards, and the Knicks are on a big home stretch. The Knicks are 2-0 at home. Maybe they can be one of those teams that's dominant against, teams at home. But after their game in Chicago on Friday, the Knicks are all of a sudden on like a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row at home. 7 straight home games. So that's going to be a big stretch before they go on the road. Hopefully that can be a way that the Knicks can get some momentum, stay at home, defend home court, and be a dominant team defending Madison Square Garden. Big shout out to Sleeper, the proud sponsor of Knicks Media all throughout the season, folks. If you've not checked them out by now, please consider doing so. They got awesome player prop bets that you can take advantage of right now on their app. You guys can use the code Knicks and get a $20 free immediately in your account when you sign up today. You can also, get a 100% deposit match up to $100. They give you so much fun tools on there. You can 100x your money. You can pick more or less on all your favorite basketball players, baseball players for the World Series, NFL players for all your favorite sports. So make sure you guys check them out and let me know your thoughts in the comments, folks. I'm out of here. Let's go, Knicks. Keep your head up, folks. We'll be okay. I promise you that. I'm out.